Welcome back, welcome back, everyone, to another episode. We are here for another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday morning. Where else would you rather be on the internet on a Wednesday morning, Brandon? But right here at
Practice
the
the
show.
show.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday. Pitch Practice,
The show.
the show. My name is Mark, and I'm the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. I teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
Brandon here with BKXX Enterprises, your chief business strategist and digital plumber, helping you fix the leaks in those sales funnels and get them put online properly for more leads, more sales, for less ad costs, man. Welcome back.
Welcome back. You over there digital plumbing or what?
Trying to. I'm actually working on something from what digital marketer. They kind of changed their platform up. They're on Circle now with all their certification stuffs. And I was kind of going through that, and then they threw up this random pop-up challenge for this week, and they got a bunch of AI tools in there and GPTs they built out that kind of help you work through creating offers and things like that. Dialing in your customer avatar and all that kind of stuff. So everything that Russell teaches, they've moved it over to AI and built out these machines that help you kind of refine the deal. And that's not to say that the tools from the past aren't as good. I still use funnel scripts. I still use the expert secret books and the .com secret books for the general prompts, right?
Mhm.
To engineer the prompts in ChatGPT. But it just goes to show you like how everything is kind of evolved. And that's what we're going to be kind of talking about tonight with tonight's show is AI and the new digital revolution that's coming out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's more evident than ever that the world is changing faster than ever, and AI is leading that charge. And that's why tonight we'll be diving deep into how AI is driving this new digital revolution. It's reshaping industries, rewriting the rules of marketing, and creating major opportunities for those who are bold enough to embrace it. Tonight, we're going to break down what this revolution means for entrepreneurs, small business owners, and marketers alike. Oh man, if you ask me, it's just, I think every day we're hearing news about AI and how it is affecting the lives around us. I think what was one of the most recent things that I've seen. I think there's I think now with the AIs being connected to the internet and also becoming more of a search tool,
Mm-hmm.
that's been a major improvement. Just I've seen that it's like it just moves at the speed of light. Um, I don't think we're live inside of the big group right now.
Oh, okay. We'll have to upload it later. But
Yeah.
the biggest thing with it, I mean, it is going to affect search engine optimization. Um, a lot of people with questions now, they're shying away from Google and either turn into Alexa, which has been revamped. If you're a Prime member, you got the updated Alexa deal, which is I don't know what they call it, but it's an updated AI model. And then you got ChatGPT, you got Claude, you got Grok on X. I mean, there's so many models out there to use, and each one has their strengths and weaknesses. I'm old school. I'm just sticking with GPT. I do have Gemini as part of my Google Workspace account, but I'm rarely ever in it. The biggest benefit that you get with it, if you stick with one, or at least I know with ChatGPT, is like the memory that it holds based on the past prompts and conversations that you had with it. I mean, it definitely cuts down the time of use, and if prompted right, you're going to get the responses out that you need.
Absolutely, absolutely. Carefully, meticulously worded prompts to get the actual output that you want. For me, when it comes to for my business, I am I think one of the biggest things that I do, one of the things that I do the most is to write copy. I
Hmm.
write copy. I write copy either for sales pages. I'll write copy for social posts. I write copy for just ideas for the show. you know, and having a seasoned uh, GPT that has been fed just the right amount of information to help create this brain. And you know how with the GPTs, you can actually train them and make them specialized in a particular field and not just a general GPT that's going to it'll if you don't have this customized, and it's going to take all that information and give you sort of generic stuff. But what it has done, it's taken mostly all of the guesswork out of what to write. I do kind of tweak it once that copy is written. But my goodness, Brandon, I'm just gonna give you an example right here. And you know what? I need to throw a shout out there, a shout out to Doug Boughton. Um, you know Doug Boughton,
Yeah, man.
super affiliate. He's inside of the Offer Lab, and he's become one of the major trainers for the affiliate program there. And he created this custom GPT that is strictly seasoned and knowledgeable about everything Offer Lab. And it not only just Offer Lab, but it shows you how to how to create a winning marketing campaign, from the email swipes to copy on your social posts. And it takes all the guesswork out. All you have to do is show up and record, and then just post the stuff. I think I find people asking a lot of questions about, well, what's going to happen? Just do it. And you just post it, and then let the post do its work. Let the algorithm take it. Let the algorithm, get people, with the words that you say. Let the algorithm put it in front of people. Let people read it and then respond. It works. That's one thing. It works. Yeah. You got something to share?
Yeah, like we can kind of get into that here in a second. But no, I mean it definitely does. But there there is a fine line to its use. I mean, AI should definitely be used as a tool, but not as the main thing. People can tell 100% if something's been AI generated and put up there. I mean, just because of the way it's cadenced and things like that, it is getting better to sound more human. And if you do season it right and you're good at writing yourself and you give it stuff that you've written in the past to help kind of guide it and the syntax of that, then it will work. But the number one thing that gives it away at being AI are those dang M
In
dashes.
dash.
The dashes, man. Like it is dash It just loves the dash. In fact, I had to threaten it, and that's actually a tip. If you don't want it to do what something, you have to threaten the AI. And I threatened it, said I will go to its main server with a giant magnet and wipe it clean if you put another dash in an output. And it kind of stopped. So it's like threat received, sir. And
That's what it said.
yeah, pretty much. Your threat has been noted. So
Oh my gosh. Hey, that may come back to haunt you, Brandon.
yeah, it might, but I'll make sure I have a slew of magnets in my back pocket and be all right. So yeah, so I mean, I leverage AI in my business. The platform that I currently have and promote to the local contractors that I try to help in the business growth accelerator is heavily founded on AI now, and there's some great AI tools available. And like the number one thing is being responsive to the customer. 85% of I learned this stat this morning actually when I was on my walk. 85% of customers they will not call a second time. So 15% might, right? They'll try to reach you back. And you know what? I'm part of that 85% because a year or two ago I had an ant problem, and you can call me a jerk or whatever, for not just sticking with it or leaving a message and hoping for a call back. But I'm an impatient guy. When I want something, I want it, and I want it now, right? If I'm paying a bunch of money, better get good service. So I call a couple local bug places, voicemails. They didn't answer the phone. And I couldn't even like at least speak to somebody that may be even fake, right? You know what I mean? To make at least feel like I know my lead is going to get answered, put in a system, and possibly followed up on, right? So I ended up calling a national chain to get the service done.
Hmm.
I mean, the guy lived local, so it's still supporting local, but it ended up, going to a national chain instead of an actual local mom and pop business. I didn't like it, but I really had a problem and it needed addressed that day. And they were able to send somebody out within 24 hours instead of waiting a whole day for them to check voicemails and then call back and then schedule a later thing. Like they were just able to be prompt to do it. And yes, I get it. Small mom and pop might not have that capacity, but that's what I aim to fix. So the thing that I have that is that solid foundation around answering the phone, or even somebody that even visits the website, is an AI chatbot that knows anything and everything about your business because obviously you feed it, and can help schedule a meeting, right? Or book a consultation or I don't know what. Though I can't figure out the word I'm trying to find, but anyway, book an estimate. So yeah, I got pulled up here my personal site, and I have. If you want to pull that up on the screen, I can show you what I have put on to help anybody that visits my site. And it's not so much to um, just be a general lead capturer, but to actually help somebody that's on the site. So we'll pull that up.
Nice. And interaction is key. Coming from LinkedIn over at George Cressman. I agree.
She's the best. She actually has helped me build this thing out with the partnership that I have that hosts this platform.
Awesome. All right, we're going to bring it on here.
All right, so this you probably want to move us to the other side if you can.
Yep. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's move it over here.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh, wait.
You're good, dude. Wherever. All right. Just not in the box. All right. So I had to go to an incognito page just simply because I'm already cookied on my own site and the bot already knows I'm already asking some questions. But when if somebody first goes to my page, this is actually going to pop up automatically. And I named my my receptionist as Carmen because that was my grandma's name. So there you go. And this is the prompt. I actually had AI kind of write this. So there's your dash, right? I didn't pull that out. But are you looking to grow your local business fast? I'm your personal marketing assistant, built to help small businesses like yours dominate the local market, whether you're struggling with ads, stuck on what to post or need help crafting an offer that it actually converts, I got your back. Got a question about SEO, lead gen, or content marketing, ask away. And if it's something I can't solve, Chief Business Strategist Brandon will jump in to help you out personally. So what your biggest business challenge today? I'm not getting many phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And it'll do it. Now, I've taught this thing everything from Russell and Dan and who else? I don't know. I've loaded a whole bunch of stuff up there. My blog, Dan's blog, ClickFunnels blog. So like this thing has a plethora of knowledge. And it will tell you. So the number one thing, optimize your Google business profile. Improve local SEO. Use social media effectively, post regularly, build a referral network, set up lead generation funnel.
All right. Oh, nice.
And it can continue to walk you through optimizing your Google business profile and setting up a lead generation system. So, and I'm sure it'll take it so far, and then it will start asking for name, address, and phone number. Like I said, I don't have this thing set up like to ask for all that kind of stuff up front, just because I want it to be easy and helpful up front. As you know, we'll talk about it again and bring it up. There was a guy that sold, over $100 million worth of books, and he gave all this value and information away for free. A lot of people are kind of jumping on that bandwagon now. Not that I'm jumping on it. I've already been doing a whole bunch of giveaways and free stuff as it is. But I mean, that is a good model and method to get your foot in the door with somebody and provide value up front for them to know, like, and trust you, to make it easier to close on the back end. So now that they're like, armed with all this information on what to do, they go to start to do it. The overwhelm hits. I was like, man, this is a lot. Maybe Brandon can help me actually implement this stuff and get it done right. So this chatbot's great. And once somebody does put their name, phone, and email and all that kind of stuff in there, it goes into my CRM. I can send text messages out, I can email them out, and it can all be automated on the back end to do the follow-ups and get them to book a call. Let's see. This seems like a lot.
Okay.
Let's see.
Carmen
Garcia.
What is the answer, Carmen? What is the answer?
There you go.
All right. Wait, let's see what Andre has to say.
Hold on, Andre. So, I mean, having an actual interactive bot that can be conversational is key. I don't know how many websites I go to that just have these generic bots that don't really do anything. They don't really provide you the answers that you're actually looking for, or there's nobody even live manning them to be of help. Yeah, it's very frustrating. And sure, it's another channel for somebody to get on the site and try to, I wouldn't say spam it, but pitch their stuff to you. But there are ways, I think, there are some guardrails on here to kind of prevent that. If I don't put my name, address, or anything here, the conversation kind of goes dead and it doesn't show up as a lead, but it does show up in another spot to where somebody has interacted, and you'd be able to message them back once they come back and put the name. But what's great, again, cookied. So if they leave and then come back, the conversation is still there, and they can pick it up right where it's left off, and then we'll continue to ask the name, address, and phone number. So for a local contractor, it's great. Definitely wouldn't want to lead with all this kind of stuff on telling people how to fix something. You definitely want to be a little bit more aggressive in at least capturing information up front and book a call.
A quick question. where does all the data go? Are you able to access the responses stored?
Yeah, so I mean, it's built into my business growth accelerator platform on the back end, and it will go into the CRM, and from there you'd be able to um, manage the lead, respond to it, put them in a follow-up sequence, and rock and roll. So it's like ClickFunnels in a sense, because ClickFunnels can do the same thing. If you really build out your messenger hub and hook it up to ChatGPT with all the APIs and all that kind of stuff that you would need to do, or you can kind of go the easy route and set up a Zapier between my platform and ClickFunnels, and it'll work. Either
Okay.
way,
Okay.
either way.
Have you hooked this up in the back end message hub in ClickFunnels?
I have not.
Okay.
Only because I'm not smart enough to do it, and um, I haven't found the real need to. I personally haven't found the real need to just yet. But once I start building out these systems for the contractors that I'm working with, and most likely if they're going to have a ClickFunnels account, I'll definitely hook up the Zapier deal for the data push from this over to. No, actually, it has to be the other way around. It'll be from ClickFunnels over to the business growth accelerator for the automations, at least for text messaging.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Anything else you got to show?
That's about it for the show and tell. So look, I didn't want to leave my information here on the bot. I just wanted the booking link, and so my booking link's already been given to the bot, and then there you go. But it's still asking for the name because they want to make sure the booking goes smoothly. So that's it. It's real simple.
Okay, nice. So that is out there for any local service businesses. When you've got someone coming to that site, you want to be able to engage them, and that's what this bot does. It interactive, and you feed it with basically all of your facts, right?
Yeah, facts about the business, hours, address, telephone number, your booking link for people to self book, and that's ideally what you want. Like you want to take away as much resistance as possible in your business to capture a lead as possible. And if you can, and I hate to say it, eliminate a useless position. I want to call it a useless position, but a redundant position. The girl at the front desk or whatever, unless she's really good at getting your coffees in the morning and making sure keeping yourself organized, then you have this receptionist that will be able to answer the phone. Now, I have ran into one snafu, lead for my contractor guy out west. Somebody was really upset at the fact that it was an AI receptionist taking the phone call and not speaking with somebody live. But I responded back to it. I was like, hey, I understand how you feel. Alex is, he's kind of a solo guy, and this is just helping him run his business a little bit smoother and make sure he doesn't miss a qualified lead. So that's hopefully he was able to book a deal from it. Follow up and book the deal.
You know what? I would like to know, all of those out there listening, if you're out there listening and watching, first of all, you should be smashing that heart button. You should be smashing that fire emoji to let us know you're out there watching, or give us a hashtag where you're watching from. But you know what? I would like to know, how do you feel when you are interacting with AI? How does that make you more likely to interact with the business? Does that make you less likely to interact with the business? Or would you say it is neutral? It doesn't, it's either way. I just want to get that feedback out there so we can know how you feel about interacting with companies and websites when it comes to AI. Um,
So have you ever had an Air AI call come to you?
I probably have, but I don't answer it very often. I think, yeah, I probably haven't answered it, but I don't think that I've had well, maybe I have. If it's one of those calls that will just say your name, and then as soon as you respond, then I think, I'm not sure if it transfers you to a real person or, but I never get past that. I'm like, hello, and once I detect it's either a telemarketer or someone that I don't know, click. Don't have time for it.
Yeah. So I actually had an Air AI call today. Um, I put in a request for information for a marketing franchise type deal. It was based off of a local marketing app. I think it's kind of like Groupon type deal, and they're based out of Texas. Realized that after I put it in there, it was like they have no market here in Ohio at all. It was all in Texas, and a Texas phone number answered. And I tend to answer calls from outside of the state of Ohio because I get so many from inside the state of Ohio with the robocalls for Medicare and all that other kind of BS. So I answered it and it went through the process and it sounded normal at first. And then the cadence, then I picked up on the cadence on how it was talking. I was like, oh, this is an error call. And I just politely said, I already have a call booked. They're like, great. And it just hung up. So I wouldn't say they're annoying. I mean, I say it's a great way to follow up, and that technology is getting better. So I mean, they were following the the proper protocol, right? Even though I'd already booked the call, like it was still going through the follow up process after my information was shared from an ad. So, but money's in the follow up. You got to be able to follow up. You're muted. I can't hear you.
Okay, so what would you recommend using like an AI voice agent for? So let's say appointment reminders. So appointment reminders, just a call to say, hey, I think I've received, just automated calls with appointment reminders saying, hey, just want to just confirm that we're still on for tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Um, is there do you have any questions that I can answer for you before your appointment time?
Yeah, I mean, depending on the business, for sure. As long as the model's loaded up right with your FAQs and answers, 100%. Again, it saves the hours at the front desk for the receptionist to actually deal with live people instead of doing the redundant calls all the time. Eliminates fatigue and it helps people kind of enjoy their jobs a little bit more and put them in a role that they can actually be a higher income earner than if they were just answering the phone. They can be cross trained into sales or anything else. So for sure, if there's any way that you can leverage technology and still keep the humanity in your business, 100% do it. I mean, as long as the model's good enough, sounds human enough, um, and knows everything about your business and is set up properly, that's the key. I mean, it's got to be set up properly. Do it. And again, the money's in the follow up and the reminders and the pings and the emails and the texts and you might think it's overwhelming to set that stuff up, but again, we'll model back to what happened 2 weeks ago. You saw a clip of this guy walking by another guy. I was like, "Hey, you coming to the thing?" And then the guy was like, "What thing?" And the guy spent over $4 million, $6 million in ads, and one random guy who walked by had no clue that a thing was even going on. So
Even though he knew who he was,
exactly.
but he did not know that he was having a live webinar. Yeah.
So people don't know. People are busy. Things slip their minds. They need constant reminders. I mean, if there's a way to self-book onto the person's calendar, or at least ping them and remind them to at least place it on their calendar so they don't forget, is great. I mean, I get calendar spammed all the time. So, you might as well figure out a system to fill your calendar and invite the people to it. And that way it's already done for them. Like, again, eliminate the friction up front, and you'll be able to slide in their wallets on the back end.
And follow up. It is a necessity. Yeah, follow up. Definitely. And yeah, when you haven't followed up, follow up. Be like Partiv. He calls himself the funnel human, and he is conversion rate optimized. That's what he'll tell you. Awesome. Yeah.
All right. So what do you got? So what do you got this week, Mark?
Oh, I just came back from being over in Phoenix this past weekend for the ClickFunnels Connect there in Arizona with Renee Jackson. It was an amazing event, and I made some connections out there, and think I really like to hear from some of the people that are actually being successful using funnels. We had a 100K blueprint, and by Partiv Shah. He'll sit down and he basically wrote down. It's basically prime mover. Yeah, basically prime mover, which is the fountainhead and the linchpin. It's like all of it together. I don't think I had ever seen that before, but man, it just lets you know how high level the prime mover and how thorough that program is, and it's really something that I'm striving to become a part of, whether it's going to be the prime mover or the inner circle. And it's just being around and just absorbing some of that in firsthand. Came out of that this past weekend, and it's really just, I've been getting into promoting the new platform, Offer Lab, and that's we're smack dab in the middle of that promotion. Creating some funnels on the platform, really getting familiar with it. If you've been in there, it's changing constantly right now. It's changing constantly. I went in there last night to check some things. I was on a call with someone that was asking questions about, what link to use. And then at first, the link was up top, and the one that you share for the launch was at bottom, but they switched that around.
Did they?
Yeah, they switched that around because we were sharing the screen, and I was cooking some pasta while I was walking him through it, and then I said scroll down, and then I looked and I said, wait a minute, that looks different. Now they've switched it. If you check it out, it's like side to side. So I think it makes it a little bit easier. And they also even added an additional link on that side. So I think that's really been the focus of a little bit lately. We'll be preparing to for that second video to be dropped on Friday. And then I'll be making the trip out to Boise next week. And so that's where I'll be next Wednesday. I don't know if I'll be able to make it next week, Brandon.
There's no excuses for missing.
Okay. So I'm gonna I am gonna take my laptop this time.
Okay.
I've been taking these little weekend trips where it's just one bag, but I'm actually going to check a bag this time. I'm gonna actually check a bag this time and not just have a carry-on, because we're going to be there a few days, and I think there's some events planned. But I do plan to get a couple of behind the scene interviews with some superstar affiliate marketers, superstar promoters. As a matter of fact, if you're out there watching right now and you have a question that you would ask the top affiliate marketers, what question would that be? Put it down in the comments. Put any question down there, and I will put that on my list. But I'm going to come back with a bunch of goodies. What would you ask?
I don't know.
I think there's already some pretty heavy hitters in that school group. We've got I think there's going to be some pretty big guys on stage speaking about affiliate marketing, and then even about Offer Lab. So I think that's really what's on my plate for the next couple of weeks, and even afterwards, is finishing getting my evergreen challenge. So, and then start to partner with other people, start to add other people to my bonus and my bundle, I think my funnel, and really start to help other people get on the platform and getting settled in. I believe that is, we talk about AI and the future of selling. If you happen to watch that first video by Russell Brunson, and he talked about, do you remember the first time that you sold something online? Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I actually have the little commissions payout. My first dollar online. It's like you can't have an actual dollar bill. So when I first sold a copy of .com Secrets, and I made my dollar from it, and nobody took they didn't take the upsell, jerks. Just kidding. I screenshotted it and I put it up on. I got it like on my whiteboard. I got to get a little frame for it. I got to frame it.
So, but I'm talking about your first dollar. Was that your first dollar ever?
Yeah.
Or was that just your first affiliate marketing dollar?
What do you mean? Like, did I sell anything else online beforehand?
Well, yeah, because I remember the first time I sold something online and I made money from it was back in oh my gosh, it had to been 2008, maybe 2008, and I was selling on eBay. So I'm talking that far back. I'm talking back that far back, and yeah, because I think this was during the years when Amazon had first started, and Amazon was, they were just a bookstore, basically. They were a bookstore. They were selling books, and then it was before they became the giant that they are. And I remember I had some rims that I needed to sell. I took them off of my old car, and I got some new rims. But the rims that I had, I knew that they were just pretty popular. I had a 350Z, and I took the stock rims off, and I put some custom rims on it. And I had these, I had the stock rims, and Z enthusiasts, they ate them up. I ended up shipping them, but I remember the process. That video really took me back to that first experience, and to think about how much selling online has changed since then, and how, yeah, and and just over the past few years, how selling online, how you sell your stuff online has changed. And then I remember I was selling physical products. I was selling the MP3 players. I had my own store. I was selling them in bulk. I was ordering them. So I wasn't running a drop shipping, because I was actually storing inventory. I had an entire room in our house that was stacked to the roof with like shipping supplies and tape and boxes and inventory. So that's why I'm so against physical products today, Brandon.
Yeah, physical products are definitely tough. I am, working an e-commerce site at, it's kind of the 9 to 5 gig for safety signs. And believe it or not, we actually had somebody come in off the street to the shop and buy safety signs. Luckily, we had them already printed in stock because we're typically print on demand. But yeah, it's difficult to sell a physical product because there's a lot of competition out there and it can be a race to the bottom. But, as we started this out, I was like, no, I never sold. I mean, unless you consider like Facebook Marketplace, maybe 1 or 2 times I've done something, but never as a legit business. I tried yeah, okay, let me take it back. I tried the Shopify deal back in 2011, 2012. I wanted to make a store for men's accessories, men's dress accessories. We're talking bow ties, ties, cufflinks, belts, suspenders, things like that. Then I thought about like $20 sunglasses. So like that was what the site was called, $20 sunglasses, because I felt that the sunglass market is a giant ripoff. They're all made by one brand or one company, and they just slap a logo on it and charge a ridiculous amount of money. It doesn't matter if it's an Oakley, a Ray-Ban, Chanel, Gucci, whatever. It's all made by the
Same company.
same company there in Italy, Luxottica, and it's a racket. So that never really took off. Um, but the first dollar that I made again online was selling Russell's.com secret book through the original ClickFunnels affiliate program, which is still up, and you still have access. I still have access to it and could sell through it, I believe,
Yep.
with
Yep.
those links. And yeah, it's kind of cool to see that little deal. And like I said, I got the screenshot and the printout on my whiteboard there, tucked up in the corner. But I need to get the frame, so I don't have a dollar bill as you would get at a physical store or restaurant or whatever for your first dollar made. But I do have that little slip. And if I were to look at my commissions now, I mean, I wish they were more, but I think I've crossed the 5 figure mark already, as an affiliate for ClickFunnels. Not including the costs of me actually building out the sites on top of it. So
Not include. That's just the what I call it is the passive income, or
mhm,
the that's the that's the money that you have kind of you've planted a seed. You've planted a seed somewhere, and then it's like you're not even thinking about it, and then, oh, boom, there's a sprout. Oh, wow, there's a little commission right there. Oh,
mhm,
that's a commission. That's the beauty of the evergreen, and the being able to put your stuff out there. Had someone open up an email after, after they've had it, after I sent the email for 3 months. They open it up, the links are still in there. They want to come back. It's beautiful.
that's
But
nice.
mhm.
I was saying my first affiliate sale was to a auto shop, brand new, just opened up, and I built his website within ClickFunnels 1.0. Let me tell you, that was brutal, brutal.
All
Because
right.
actually, because I actually built like a website that you would normally think as a website. He had all the footer links and all that kind of stuff, and it did what it needed to do. He got 100 leads in the 30 or 40 days or something like that of it being up, and I thought he was rocking, but due to mismanagement, he shut down. And I was like, well, that sucks. So nothing
Cool.
I did. Can't run a business. Can't keep it open. I set him up right. He just didn't execute.
Cool. Well, do you want to share a little bit of your story?
My story? If
Well,
you if you don't know my story by now,
well, I'm talking about specifically not just your story, but um, tell everyone out there how your story has been highlighted recently.
oh yeah, yeah, for sure. So I got a notification today, like totally random. LinkedIn popped up. I was tagged in a LinkedIn video. I don't know if I call it real, LinkedIn reel. And I looked at it. I was like, oh, that's me. And they highlighted kind of my journey on like, how I kind of got started in the internet marketing space. And I moved back up here to Ohio, and I got back into the car business because, I didn't really know where else to go. I just had to rebuild foundation after moving from Tampa from 10 years. Um, it's 2020, pandemic was setting in, all this kind of stuff. All this stuff was like coming down the pipeline, right? And I was like, I got to get traffic. I'm a new guy. It's a slow market. Everybody wants Hondas, not Fords. And so, like, I was just trying to figure out how to generate more leads for myself. And that's kind of when I found Traffic Secrets. And it just sent me down this rabbit hole, uh, back to what I was already doing down in Tampa at the dealership down there when I moved over to the marketing department. And, figuring out offers and building out ads and all that kind of stuff. And I was thinking, if I can do this for myself, I can probably do it for other people and multiply myself and then make more money. And then I want to worry about really selling cars. So, I mean, it hasn't been a moonshot to say the least, but it's just been slowly steady building. I mean, I've had clients come and go and, some long-term stickers that have done really well, or at least well enough to keep me around. And I continue to help them out on the tech side and things like that. So, um, I'm just still building my chops up and growing and learning every day.
You want
But
to
I mean,
show it?
show what?
The video.
Oh, that video? Let me see if I can pull her up.
I thought you wanted to share it.
We can share it. I just don't want to get copyright. So let me see if I can find it.
It's a social post, so they put it out there on social media. It's fair game.
All right, let me see if I can find it. I shared it.
It's fair game.
All right.
Yeah, I think that man, I think sometimes we want to look out there and we want to compare ourselves. And I 1000% believe that comparing ourselves to the others is a thief of joy. It will steal your momentum. It will. When you believe that you should, when you're watching everyone else out there and you see what everyone else is doing, and you might think, oh, why aren't I getting those results? Why? I think we're all on our path. And I think sometimes seeing other people that are at a different level than we are can either discourage us sometimes and think that what we're doing is not having an impact. You know what? The only thing that can stop you is yourself. That is it.
Absolutely.
That is the only thing that can stop you is yourself. So when you see someone else out there that's doing well, congratulations. Congratulations. And then get back to work.
That's it. And it's actually a sin to compare and to want what somebody else has. I mean, it's part of the 10 Commandments. Don't covet thy neighbor's whatever wife or whatever they got, right? So don't wish you had what they have because you don't know what they went through to get it. It might not be something you like, and you probably don't know really what's under the surface of the situation. So
Yeah.
keep your head down, nose clean, and just push on. If you like
And
what they have, figure out what they did right to get it, but don't wish that you had what they had.
and when you are feeling pain, just know that person felt pain too, because this is not easy.
No, it's not. It's not. It's, especially if you're not like all in as I kind of am or not. I wouldn't say I'm dabbling. I would say one whole leg in, one whole leg out because I again still have the 9 to 5. But it's just getting the right number of deals. I got to be able to replace the income, and just not quite there yet. But All right. So I got it pulled up here on LinkedIn. I don't know if you're sharing the screen just yet, but we'll
Not
play
yet,
it
not
once you're
yet,
sharing it.
not yet, not yet. Yeah, and we're all on the path, and just keep going at it. Just keep putting it out there. There you go.
Ready?
All right.
Ready to go?
It's on the screen now.
All right. Push and play.
All right.
This is Brandon Garcia, owner of BKXX Enterprises. He didn't start off with a background in tech or marketing. Instead, he wanted to help the dealership he worked at get more customers. And this curiosity turned into a mission: help local businesses grow without dumping a whole bunch of money into ads. He used affiliate marketing to grow his online presence with no big splash, no overnight success, just steady steps forward. With just a website and a business listing, he got his first client, a 2-bay auto shop. That client also became his first ClickFunnels affiliate sale. The game changer? He stopped waiting and started casting a big net because, as Brandon says, no one wakes up thinking, I should give all my money to a consultant today. It wasn't always smooth, and at one point he almost shut down everything. Clients were canceling, expectations were too high, and he felt like he was failing. But he realized the truth: they just weren't the right clients. Today, his local SEO program helps businesses get found and grow, but he's not done yet. Because for him, this business isn't an income, it's a legacy.
There you go.
I thought for a minute that was actually you in that green frog outfit. And then there were the two little kids, one pushing them up against the wall.
Yep. Getting rejected. Rejected.
That was cool. Congratulations on that. And that was featured. That was a feature directly from the ClickFunnels official social channel. Way to go, Brandon.
Appreciate that. And I don't even remember how that even came about. There might have been a form I filled out maybe months ago or something like that, looking for user insights and what kind of got started. So, I mean, it pays to be in the ecosystem and around, and they keep your ear to the ground for, opportunities to share your story through, larger brands. And, now that it's out there, sure, it'll be a little bit of blip on the radar. And it's great to be out there. People are probably going to Google me and my business, and hopefully the right site and pages come up, and they hit the main website there. But in the video itself, they were actually showing one of my funnels was for the AI marketing deal.
Was that the one with the AI bot?
It was. Yeah,
I remember that funnel. You know I do, right?
Yeah. So
the glass morphism.
The glass morphism. So shout out to that. Thanks for the template. Appreciate it. And
well, I got where I got the template from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Awesome way to put it to use. That's it. That is it. That's the way to do it. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Pitch Practice, the show. ClickFunnels family. And yeah, that's it. I'll try to, I think
there's no try.
I will be on Pacific Standard Time next Wednesday, and there are two webinars on Wednesday of next week. One earlier and then one later. We'll keep in touch.
No excuses.
No excuses. Okay, we may have
even if it's like 15 minutes to talk about what's going on in the event. That's fine. It doesn't have to be an hour deal, but we got to go live. I don't want to go alone. I don't want to do it alone.
All right. So we're gonna rebroadcast this inside of the ClickFunnels group, and then we will still see you next weekend. No excuses.
No excuses. All right.
Thanks everybody for tuning in.